When the blizzard hit without warning and visibility dropped to zero, most drivers pulled over and waited for help. But Tom Bradley kept driving, navigating treacherous mountain roads with a precision that seemed impossible in whiteout conditions. The 37 children on his bus had no idea they were being guided to safety by skills earned through 20 years of flying fighter jets, where weather wasn't an excuse, it was just another variable to master. Every story you're about to hear was earned, not given. This one belongs to Tom Bradley, a man whose expertise was earned through 3,847 flight hours in F-15 Eagles, where split-second decisions at Mach 2 prepared him for something he never expected, protecting the next generation one safe trip at a time. Welcome to Earned Stories. Before we share this tale of earned precision and continued service, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today? And if you believe stories like this deserve recognition, hit that subscribe button, because every story we tell here was earned through dedication, sacrifice, and the understanding that true expertise finds new ways to serve. Route 47 winds through 15 miles of mountain terrain between Millbrook Elementary and the scattered rural homes where most students lived. In good weather, it's scenic. In bad weather, it becomes one of the most challenging school bus routes in the county. Tom Bradley had been driving Route 47 for 12 years, never missed a day, never had an accident, never delivered a child late. The school district considered him their most reliable driver. Parents trusted him with their most precious cargo. Children saw him as the quiet man who got them safely where they needed to go. What none of them knew was that Tom's reliability had been earned through experiences most people couldn't imagine. His calm hadn't developed through 12 years of driving children, it had been forged through 2 decades in the cockpit of one of the most demanding aircraft ever built. Tom had earned his expertise through 3,847 flight hours in F-15 Eagles. Where precision wasn't preferred, it was survival. He'd earned his weather flying skills through sorties that would ground commercial aircraft. He'd earned his decision-making through aerial combat, where hesitation meant death. His pre-trip inspection took exactly 14 minutes every morning. The same methodical precision he'd once brought to checking multi-million-dollar fighter jets. While other drivers did quick walkarounds, Tom followed patterns earned through pre-flight checks, where overlooking details could mean aircraft loss or pilot death. By 7:30 a.m., Tom had collected 15 passengers and was heading up Route 47's steepest section when the first snowflakes appeared. Light, scattered, nothing unusual for a February mountain morning. But Tom's weather instincts, earned through flying in conditions that tested both aircraft and pilot capabilities, told him something different. Air pressure had dropped overnight. Wind patterns were shifting. Temperature was falling faster than forecasts predicted. Within 10 minutes, light snowfall had intensified into a steady storm. By 7:45, visibility had dropped to less than a quarter mile. Tom's radio crackled with concerned reports from other drivers. Bus 47, this is Central Dispatch. We're getting reports of rapidly worsening conditions. What's your status? Tom keyed his radio with calm professionalism earned through years of emergency communications. Bus 47 on schedule. Visibility decreasing but manageable. 15 passengers aboard, proceeding to complete pickup route. His definition of manageable had been calibrated through flying in weather that would ground most pilots. He'd earned his weather skills through missions where turning back wasn't an option. By 8 a.m., Route 47 had become a whiteout. Visibility, less than 50 feet. Wind gusts, over 40 miles per hour. Blizzard conditions that would ground aircraft and stop most traffic.
All buses, this is Central Dispatch. Code yellow weather procedures. Return to depot immediately.
But Tom faced a problem his flight training had prepared him for. The safe option wasn't always available. Route 47 was narrow mountain road with limited turnarounds. The children were aboard, and the safest course was continuing to school rather than attempting to navigate back up the mountain.
Central Dispatch, this is Bus 47. Unable to return safely. Route 47 descent more viable than mountain ascent. Proceeding to Millbrook Elementary with 37 passengers. ETA 25 minutes.
Bus 47. Are you sure about that route? Tom's response was earned through years of life or death decisions.
Affirmative. Conditions challenging, but within operational parameters.
The children didn't know Tom was using weather flying techniques earned through missions where visual references disappeared. He used guardrails and reflectors as navigation aids, maintaining speed through throttle management learned in fighter aircraft. The bus descended at steady 15 miles per hour, slow enough for control, fast enough for momentum. Tom's hands moved with precision he'd once used on aircraft controls, making constant adjustments to maintain course and speed. When the bus hit ice and began sliding, Tom's response wasn't overcorrection, but controlled inputs earned through aircraft emergencies. Small steering corrections, gentle brake pressure, precise throttle control to regain traction. "Mr. Tom?" asked Emma from behind him. "Are we going to be okay?" Tom looked at her in the mirror with the same confidence that had once reassured air traffic controllers during emergencies. "We're going to be just fine, Emma. I've driven in weather like this before." His experience with weather like this had been earned at 30,000 feet, where whiteout conditions were operational challenges overcome through training and skill. At 8:15 a.m., his radio crackled, "All units, state police, multiple vehicles stuck on Route 47. Can any buses provide assistance?" Tom keyed his microphone. "State police, school bus 47, currently on Route 47 with 37 passengers. Can provide location updates and traffic management if needed." Tom found 3 stranded cars at mile marker 12, their drivers helpless in blizzard conditions. He positioned bus 47 to provide wind protection and maintained radio contact with emergency services. For 45 minutes, bus 47 served as command post and shelter beacon. Tom kept children calm with quiet conversation, coordinated with multiple agencies, and monitored conditions with expertise earned through far more challenging situations. "Mr. Tom?" asked 11-year-old Marcus, "how do you know what to do?" Tom considered how much to reveal. "Sometimes you learn things that help in unexpected ways," he said simply. By 9:30 a.m., emergency services had cleared the route. Bus 47 pulled into Millbrook Elementary 90 minutes late, but with all 37 passengers safe and unharmed. Sarah Chen, an observant 8th grader, had noticed Tom's unusual calm during the crisis. Her father, David Chen, was a commercial pilot. When Sarah described Tom's behavior, the radio communications, precise control, emergency decision-making, David recognized pilot skills. The next morning, David was waiting at the bus depot. "Mr. Bradley, I'm David Chen, Sarah's father, also a pilot with Mountain Regional Airlines. Yesterday, my daughter described how you handled that emergency. Those aren't typical bus driver skills." Tom looked at this fellow pilot and said simply, 20 years, Air Force, F-15 Eagle, retired Lieutenant Colonel, 3,847 flight hours, combat missions, Afghanistan, Iraq, close air support, air superiority. Tom paused. That was then. This is now. But why school buses? Tom looked at bus 47. Same mission, different aircraft. These kids need someone watching out for them. Someone who understands their safety isn't just a job. It's a responsibility you earn every day. David understood immediately. Tom hadn't given up flying. He'd found a new way to apply the same values and expertise to protecting people who couldn't protect themselves. Word spread quietly through Millbrook. The community didn't treat Tom differently because of his military background. They simply understood why he'd always been so reliable, calm, and trustworthy with their children's safety. Tom continued his routine. Same 6:45 arrival, same 14-minute inspection, same methodical precision. But now parents understood they were watching someone whose attention to detail had been earned through missions where mechanical failure could mean death. When the school district offered Tom a promotion to transportation supervisor, he declined. "I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. These 37 kids need someone who understands that their safety is earned every day, not assumed." Tom understood that expertise isn't diminished by how you apply it. Service doesn't become less honorable when performed quietly, consistently, without requiring recognition. Tom Bradley's story was earned through 20 years of Air Force service, 3,847 flight hours in F-15 Eagles, and 12 years of perfect safety record, driving school children. But his greatest earned achievement wasn't any single dramatic rescue. It was the daily choice to apply skills earned in the world's most demanding environment to protecting the next generation. He never wrote about his transition from fighter pilot to school bus driver because the transition wasn't about changing careers. It was about finding new ways to serve. Never sought interviews because his current mission mattered more than his past achievements. Never asked for special recognition because he'd already earned the only reward that mattered, the trust of parents who knew their children were safe in his hands. That's what earned service looks like. Expertise applied where it's needed most, not where it's recognized best. Skills transferred from protecting the nation to protecting individual children. Each one precious, each one deserving the absolute best that earned experience can provide. So now I ask you, What expertise have you earned that could serve others in unexpected ways? How are you using skills learned in one environment to make a difference in another? What abilities do you possess that could protect, guide, or nurture those who need someone watching out for them? Share your story in the comments. Tell us about someone whose earned expertise made your life safer, better, or more secure, even if they never sought credit for it. Because here at Earned Stories, we believe that the most valuable service often happens in the most ordinary settings, performed by people whose extraordinary skills were earned in places we might never know about. And sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones who choose to use their earned expertise protecting the future. One child at a time. One safe trip at a time. One moment of quiet competence at a time. Thank you for watching. If this earned story moved you, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to remember that heroes often drive school buses, teach in classrooms, and work in jobs that might seem ordinary, but are made extraordinary by the earned excellence of the people who perform them. We'll see you in the next story. And until then, remember, every child deserves someone watching out for them whose skills were earned through dedication, sacrifice, and the understanding that protecting the innocent is the highest calling of all.